Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. I hope you enjoy. It is amazing how strong the desire to stress eat is. Yesterday, I had significant conflict with a loved one that led to some intense emotions. While we worked through a lot of it in a respectful way, I was still left emotionally drained, and I was pretty surprised at how strong my desire was to stress eat. I believe that, like a lot of people, I was overweight for multiple reasons. I think for me, it was a learned lifestyle that I chose to maintain, a form of entertainment, and a way that I managed stress. So yesterday, I was 100% cognitively aware what was going on. I knew that I was physically full and my desire to reach for boxes of carby food, Cheez-Its, Life cereal, pretzels, was for emotional comfort. It was how I really wanted to self-soothe. I also know that the world won't end if I slip up. That if I did comfort eat my preferred starchy food, that I would have a bad day and get back on track the next day. I also knew the relief that I felt while eating would be momentary at best. I knew that I would end up feeling bloated and unhappy. Ultimately, I knew I would still feel sad and be drained from the earlier conflict. So, I didn't eat, but let me tell you, the desire to eat was so strong. This definitely registers as someone who has binged since childhood. For me, stress eating caused my weight to yo-yo over the years, but what led to me becoming overweight was the mindset that I spent all day taking care of everyone else, so I deserved this treat. I had to really shift my idea of what I deserve: health, happiness, feeling comfortable in my own skin, as well as being more assertive in my day-to-day life and carve out time for myself so I didn't feel resentful or helpless. That's me 100%. Food is self-hug for a bad day, or to congratulate for a good day. I know I have to relearn what food really is, but this is 100% the hardest thing for me. Food as fuel is not what I believe in my core. I feel that. I had a rough day at work last week, and getting home took twice as long as it should have because of broken traffic lights and a couple of accidents, and I needed to go to the grocery store to get things for dinner on the way home. I bought a bag of M&Ms because they were on an end cap and I knew eating chocolate would help me feel better. It then occurred to me that a year ago, in the same situation, I would have bought the M&Ms, but also a package of cookies, a bag of chips, a box of Cheez-Its, some pudding, and maybe a carton of ice cream. Last week, I just bought the M&Ms. I ate a couple of handfuls once I got home. A year ago, I would have eaten the entire sharing-size bag in the car on the 5-minute drive home and hidden the evidence in the trash can outside. When I started trying to lose weight this time around, I made a conscious effort to fix my relationship with food. I did a lot more introspection on why I wanted to eat when I did. Was I bored? Was I stressed? Was my stomach just growling because it just finished digesting a carb-heavy meal? Was I lethargic? Was I genuinely hungry? And then I thought about how the food I was about to eat would nourish me. Was it giving me protein to sustain my muscle mass for my workouts? Was it giving me fat to keep me satiated until my next meal? Was it giving me carbs to boost my energy? Or was it just something that tasted good to make me feel happy? The kicker though was that I didn't let myself feel guilty for making bad choices. I just acknowledged the reasoning why. Simply being more conscious about what I was eating and why helped break that cycle of stress, eat, guilt, and eat more. I feel this, and I've been doing better with this for a couple of reasons. First, when I don't get enough protein during the day, I almost can't help but feel like binging at the end of the day. If you struggle with eating snacking, you've got to seriously examine your protein situation throughout the day, and that alone might be enough to curb it. Like 15 to 20 grams per meal seems to be adequate. The second is that I plan to eat whatever I want after dinner and before bed, and it's my little ritual. Around 7:30 to 8, I make a cup of herbal tea, I get a little plate and arrange a few desserts on it. I'm at a tiny deficit at 2,000 calories, so I reserve 400 of that for this. Think 10 to 20% of your total budget. That way, if I don't want all of it, my deficit is bigger that day. This thing with the tea and the plate is a game changer. I'm not an out-of-control crazy person attacking a bag of chips in a dark kitchen. I'm a grown woman enjoying a dignified assortment of delicacies. By the way, the tiny deficit thing is the best choice I ever made to help feelings of deprivation and binges. 2,000 is maybe 200 calories below maintenance for me, maybe closer to 150. Even if I eat every single calorie, I'm still moving in the right direction. I feel good all day, and I never feel that hungry except sometimes a little right before bed, and I'm basically already eating at maintenance, so I don't have to worry about regaining the same way I have in the past. When I reach my goal, I will still be eating this way. I'll just be able to have a bit more mayo or whatever. Consumption does not equate to happiness. It seems so obvious once you say it out loud, but every part of our culture seems bent on convincing us otherwise. Junk food, another glass of wine, that new smartphone or pretty handbag. We're bombarded from all sides by a culture that tells us the key to our elusive happiness is just one more purchase or one more bite away. But it isn't, and that kind of thinking is slowly killing many of us. Whether it's through excess weight and the health problems that causes, or because using consumption as an escape means that we never truly face and resolve the root causes of our emotional or relational problems. I read the first line of my post in a post on the parenting subreddit, in a post about wine mom culture, and it was a turning point for me. I realized that it was the expression of the root of so many of my problems. I eat and drink because I'm stressed, or because I think I deserve this treat after a hard day, or because I wanted to escape from problems in my life instead of facing them. But booze and food don't fix any of those things. They just make them worse in the long run. Consumption does not bring happiness. It's great that you recognized what was going on, but in the future, I think it will help a lot if you can find a coping mechanism to replace stress eating. You need to have a way to soothe or comfort yourself when you're upset. All humans do. If you don't want to do it with food, you have to find something else that will help, like going for a walk, taking a bath, or listening to music. Find something that makes you feel good and indulged, and the more that you do it to comfort yourself, the more you condition your brain to crave it when you need comfort. That's what you've trained yourself to do with food, and you can train yourself to do it with something else instead. Just trying to use self-discipline to white-knuckle your way through every stressful event is too hard to do in the long term. Damn, this hit close to home. And not just stress eating, but also happy eating. I guess it's just eating when you're nervous at all, either because something unexpectedly good happened or something that was downright awful happened. Either way, it would usually throw my food tracking all out of whack. I eventually got it under control by finding something cathartic for me to do instead, which turned out to be watching horror movies or horror gameplay while exercising. I like watching stuff with other people, but horror is one genre that nobody I know well seems to like. So doing it while exercising was a great way to get two birds with one stone. Also, when I get jump scared, my biking intensity goes higher. It's a great way to let off steam and switch off while doing something healthy for my body, and also working through my ginormous backlog of horror games and movies to peruse. I want to say well done, but we need food to live. So not well done for not eating, more like congratulations for your epiphany, a breakthrough in your mind, being mentally aware of your triggers and comfort levels. But the best thing is you realize that your mentality has been preventing you, and it's not eating that's the issue, as we need that to sustain. I think it's the same as any addiction, be it medication, food, alcohol, or gambling, etc. Is self-soothing and destruction due to emotional stress. The best part is that you are aware of yourself now, so it will be hard to ignore this from now on. So the next stage is how to gain a healthy, loving relationship back with food again. Still love it, still enjoy it, and you can still treat yourself in moderation, but not use it as a crutch. What's really important here before food restrictions is tending to your emotional well-being, understanding how you react to certain things and taking care of your mental health. Food really should be enjoyed. You shouldn't have to feel bad about eating. So long as 90% of diet is healthy, eat as much of the good stuff as we want. It's an amazing thing in life to eat a delicious meal with loved ones. I've been dreaming of eating a fresh seafood and Spanish tapas for months now. I know that with a crisp glass of white wine on a summer's afternoon, this will make me very happy. It's what life is all about, not a dirty thing that you should ever feel badly for. It's all of our brains doing, making us feel bad about it. Food should always be enjoyed and savored. It shouldn't be attached to guilt, self-loathing, and emotional distress. I'm super happy for you that you're learning about your mind and emotional reactions like this. I have recently learned that actually my weight is okay. I'm not going to beat myself up for not losing any weight this month, that I'm accepting myself, and just for that, I feel better every day. It's so amazing that just changing your thought process can really change everything. I don't hate exercise or myself with this mindset, and I remind myself that I need to be kinder to myself, and that actually I'm not doing too bad. I'm doing my best, and guilt, shame, misery, and bland food isn't going to steal my days anymore. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. A male, 28, 5'10", 273 pounds to 199 equals 73 pounds lost. The first time seeing the 100s since maybe early high school. It started on July 4th, 2020, and just been doing calories in, calories out with short walks several times per week. Looking to get to 173 pounds to equal 100 pounds lost.